I've been talking to the big Blue Bombers and the Toronto Argonauts. A couple Canadian League teams that I'm also, trying to get traded to. So it's been great conversations. It's done. It's old. I'm not going anywhere. I'll be here. We're gonna figure this thing out. It's just too special to leave. So the Steelers, I heard that Jarvis wanted to go to the Cardinals, and all these people. It's just easy to talk about. It's a cop-out, I feel like. It's an easy thing to do and cause a little controversy and a little friction. And I feel like in my experiences in the league and, kind of going through the troubles that I did, I can now see how those stories, for me, it'll never bother. It's never going to affect me. But then it's like, does it cause a little friction between you and a teammate who doesn't necessarily know what it is you're thinking? So it's just done. It's time to just put it to bed. I'm going to be here. There's nothing more to talk about unless I go to the Argonauts or the Blue Bombers.
So when you say you're going to be here, you're going to be here next season?
Yeah, we're going to be here. We're going to do it again, and we're going to be, what we felt like we should have been and correct all the little, mistakes and all the if we would have did this games, and it's just too good. I didn't buy a house here to sell it. I know people have said, I didn't sign them to trade them before, but I didn't really buy a house here to up and leave it and do renovations on the house and build a doghouse and yeah.
So come get me can be construed as you're talking trash, you're challenging your opponent, whatever. Yeah. Is that what that is? I mean, can you set the record?
I need the audio from where that was said. You see LeBron talking to somebody after the game and they're talking like this and all of that, and it's like, is LeBron saying, "Oh, we should team up," or is this is a brotherhood? These are guys that you were friends with in the offseason. These are guys that all around the league. So it's like you can't have a conversation after the game without everyone being in your business. That's why we do this. We don't want you to know what we're talking about, good, bad, or nothing at all. We just don't want you sitting there, trying to listen and make up things. So whenever they find and I definitely for sure ain't going to the Steelers. That would never happen, for sure. I seen they were talking about returns to New York and all this other stuff. I don't know where people are getting this from. So definitely not going back there either. So it is what it is. I'll be right here.
All right, so I get from that Beckham's going to the Argonauts. It's clear what he meant by all that, and that is the media. The media did it.
Yeah, and I guess you could say he didn't, he's not the one with the reports, but as I said, on winning teams, wide receivers are part of the solution. They are not the focal point. You don't run your offense through wide receivers. You don't bend over backwards to make them happy. Look what happened to Mayfield when he tried to genuflect at OBJ's altar about the injury, and then he has to backtrack because he threw his medical team under the bus. This stuff happens when your world revolves around wide receivers. And the Browns, they don't just have one. It's a match set now. You don't just get Beckham. You get Beckham and Landry. You don't get Landry. You get Landry and Beckham. They're together now. So now what? They're going to run the freaking locker room? What has Odell Beckham Jr. ever led you to in the NFL?
I have two demands.
One playoff game, Les.
If Freddie Kitchens stays, I have two things he's got to do. You ready?
Yes.
Number one is get rid of the shovel pass. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, put that one on ice.
Put that one on ice. And don't call plays anymore. Get a real play caller in here.
Well, Les, I'll say this. After the Cardinals game, post-game show on WTAM, I crossed the threshold, and I said for the first time that I believe Dorsey needs to make a change, that Kitchens needs to go.
How does Dorsey get out scot-free on this stuff, too?
He shouldn't. But
it's his guy.
But here's the thing, though. If I'm John Dorsey, I don't let my ego stop me from making the move if I feel like it has to be made. In other words, I don't want the embarrassment of having to admit I was wrong about Kitchens.
No, the embarrassment is if it's 2 years in a row.
Well, exactly. Think about Hugh Jackson. Think about Vance Joseph and others.
How about